Hello and welcome to jasonnewland.com. My name's Jason Newland and this is Let Me Bore You to Sleep. To sleep. To sleep. So it is Friday the 28th of February 2025. And please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. I realise I might have already said that, but I just honestly do not notice when I've said it. Just honestly, it's just like I don't hear myself. You should start hearing yourself. Start listening. Okay. Blimey. What else? Well, let's have a look at this. I got a message here on Facebook. Right. This is from Mickey J.G. Cole. Okay. IMAO, or is it LMAO? This is so random, but my sorority pledge challenge is to send a nude to the next 50 guys I accept on my IG. Please don't let me fail. Ha ha. Just follow me there, quick. I'm deleting this ACCT tonight, so my BF doesn't find out. Lol. Wow. You know what? That could be all these years I've been waiting for someone to come into my life and maybe whisk me away, and this could be the person. This could be the one for me. Out of all the whole world, she chooses me to fall in love with. Wow. I didn't see that coming. Yep. Yeah. 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 Ooh. Okay, so let's have a look. I get a lot of those very, very weird messages for some reason. I don't really know why. Did people actually like respond to them thinking it's real? Right. Oh, look at this. Congratulations. You just earned the top. Oh yeah, this is from Facebook. Congratulations. You've reached 1,500 points and earned the top contribution badge. This is on my Jason Newland's boring group. I suppose I should kind of be at the top. I mean, it's my group. I probably do the most posting, to be fair. 1,517 points. I've never been so excited. Wow. Oh, this is Q&A Friday, by the way. I normally mention that. Q&A Friday. Right, it's going to be a bit of a weird quick Q&A Friday because I did put it, I mean it was yesterday, so I didn't give a lot of notice. 8:57 AM, Thursday the 27th of February 2025, and it's now 12:22 PM on the 28th. Any questions for tomorrow's Q&A Friday, 28th of February 2025? Well, I have got comments. I didn't get many out of 6, so let's have a look. I don't know if I'm looking at it, if they're all questions. So, do you think that you will get back to doing more regular Let Me Bore You to Sleep stuff? I miss it. That's from Hillary. No. Yeah, I am. Here I am doing it now. I'm here. I've done 2 this week. I did one. Well, I did one. Was it Monday or Tuesday? It was like a special Q&A recording, but and I did one today, so it's 2. It's been a quiet week. To be fair, it's been a quiet week recording wise this week, but I do intend to start making more recordings back to like regular daily, pretty much starting next week, or maybe even from today. I've just been really busy, like really busy. So I suppose I could tell you what I've been up to. That would be a good way to answer that. But it's, it's kind of a yes answer. I'm going to be making more stuff. More let me bore you to sleep stuff. I've been working on my website. I didn't do much at the weekend because boxing was on, so I was quite busy with that. The show on Saturday started at about 3:30 in the afternoon and went on till about midnight. It was too much of a good thing, I think. It was just went on too long. In fact, I couldn't actually sit up to watch the last fight, which was the main fight. I was too tired. So I was wondering what he was doing back there, cleaning himself. I went to bed, but I knew that there was certain rules I had to abide by in order for me to watch the main fight without knowing who won. So what I did is I went to bed, and when I woke up, I didn't go onto YouTube. I didn't go onto any of the news. I didn't go onto any social media. I didn't go on to even, anything, just online in case it told me. Because especially if it was some kind of controversial situation, so I thought, no. Controversial? What it could be? There was a fight between Riddick Bowe. I think it was Riddick Bowe and Evander Holyfield, and a parachute. A man on a parachute or paraglider landed in the ring during the fight. I think it was on purpose. It wasn't an accident, and he got all tangled up in the ropes, and so that stuff like that's quite controversial. So if that had happened in this fight, then it might have even been on the news, because it's an interesting story, isn't it? It's a bit fun, and it's a bit like out of the usual scenario. But during that story, so if I'd have woken up to, I don't know, for example, a dinosaur gives birth in the middle of the ring during the main fight on Saturday night, and then it might say who won when whoever knocked out, it's like, and that's ruined it for me. Although I'd kind of get more excited to watch it, wondering when the dinosaur's going to appear. But you know what I mean, generally. Luckily, I watched it while I was eating my breakfast on Sunday morning, probably about 5, 6. and I literally had no idea who was going to win or anything. I didn't know who won, or who had won rather, because it was just playing it back. So that was nice, but it just went on too long. I couldn't stay up. I'm in bed at 10 o'clock normally. On an average night, I'm in bed by about 10, sometimes 11, sometimes 9, but generally around 10. That's my kind of cut-off point. I wake up probably 4, 5, 6, depending. So I don't, once I'm awake past 10 o'clock in the evening, I'm just like, oh, too tired, man. Too tired. So that's kind of why Saturday was busy because of that. And then Sunday's like I like my Sundays because it's a very, very lazy day for me. I mean, some could argue that every day is a lazy day for me. But I really don't do much on a Sunday. I don't even really want to look at internet stuff or make recordings, or I just want to kind of just lay about. Probably spend a bit more time in bed than I would normally do. Watch a bit of TV, catch up on EastEnders or something like that, and just take it easy. Just give my eyes a rest from looking at a computer screen, because that's the one thing this week I've had headaches from eye strain, because I've been staring into this computer for the whole week, but I've got to redo that now. So it's worth it. It's worth it in the end, because it's coming together, although it's still not there yet. I mean, it's never going to be complete, the website, but it's nearly where I need it to be. So I just need to quick do this. I'm in the process of making a new podcast, which has got all the latest recordings this year that I can have, which doesn't have without any adverts on it. So I can put that onto the website. So I'm just in the process. I'm up to the 10th of January. I don't know if I'll have it done today, but I shall try. So I was at 1266, 218. Okay, so upload 218. If I just put in peace, that should come up. Peace 218. Yeah, that's the one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Panish. No. Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? Okay, that's fine. I'll upload that. So, place of peace. That's weird. So I go back to this one. Place of peace. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that was all fine on this one. Oh well. I can only upload what I can upload, can't I? Not want to worry about it. Is there music on that one though? There is. No. Yes, there is. Okay. So Megan replies her question. It's not a question, but me too, regarding what Hillary said. And then Michelle writes me too about to the question, am I going to be making more regular Let Me Bore to Sleep? Yes. So Hillary, Megan and Michelle, yes. And Robin puts yes. So I'm guessing that's Robin's asking the same question as well. So 4 people asking, am I going to be doing more regular Let Me Boy to Sleeps? And the answer is yes, I am. sometimes what it is I need to focus on what I'm doing. Otherwise, I just can't seem to kind of get myself motivated unless I can really get in, do it, get on with it. And I set myself targets. And the target really for this week was I thought I'd accomplished it, but then something came up and I had to make some changes. But to get the whole website up and running properly. I've now got, for the website, it is now a subscription. Just £1 a month or £10 for the entire year. I will still be doing my podcasts. The latest recordings will all still be free on the Let Me Bore You to Sleep podcast, wherever you listen to that. The latest ones of those will still be free. I think I'm gonna probably from the beginning of this, the Let Me Bore You to Sleep is, I gotta go back. So the main podcast which I've got is the Hypnosis for Sleeping Deeply. I'm just going to go down and see how far back that goes. At the moment, blimey, it goes back a while. At the moment, it goes back all the way. Wow. Right. It goes back to July. Right. It's going to go back to January. So the start, all the recordings will be from the 1st of January 2025 onwards. Will be free to play and whatever. On the Let Me Bore You to Sleep podcast, it will be let's have a look. There's still lots and lots to listen to without signing up that huge amount of money every month. £1? I could drop down on the floor and not even notice. Okay, yeah. Ooh. That's weird. That's very strange. That doesn't make sense. How is that possible? Okay. So Let Me Bore You to Sleep. At the moment, there's more than there will be. It's going to be 1,251 onwards will be on Let Me Bore You to Sleep, and we've got 1,292. So it'll be, I think, at the moment it goes all the way back to the 16th of November. Yeah. Okay. But that's not really, I'm not too focused on that right now. But have I got a message? No, it wasn't even a message. Okay. All comments. So yeah, I'm just in the middle of doing that. I mean, I can go through the website if you want, just if you're bored, if you want me to tell you. So how it is jasonnewland.com. Click on it and it's a home page. At the moment, in this very second, it's just there is, right, okay. Okay. It's all the latest, like Let Me Bore You to Sleep recordings. So my actual podcasts are on the, wherever you listen to them. But in order to listen to anything on the website at the moment, it's members only. But is that for everything? Is it for everything? Not the smoking ones though. That's free. So it really is a case of I'm still in the process of doing it. But what I have had is I'm getting a bit of feedback. I've had when I've done these members only. Okay, what I did, I'm trying to confuse myself now. I had it all set up, and I was going to, on the very first page, list the main, like the last, I don't know, since January, on the page where you could listen to, and it's free, just like on a podcast. Which, you know what, I think is probably the best way to go anyway. And why did I get rid of that? Thinking about it, that is the best way. All it is I got a message, and this is the next question, really, from Michelle. I just became a member of your website. Thank you. What is the easiest way to find older bore me to sleeps? I keep having to scroll down and scroll until I come to one I haven't heard. So what I've done is on the podcast, on the website, jasonnewland.com, click on podcasts in the menu, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different podcasts. Hypnosis for sleeping deeply, let me bore you to sleep, chronic pain hypnosis, deep sleep whisper hypnosis, Jason's bedtime story time, let me bore your pain away, relaxation for stress and panic attacks, relax and sleep hypnosis daily, sleep boring objects, stop smoking hypnosis, stress and pain relief, stop nail biting, and Q&A Friday. So what I'm going to do is what I've done. Okay, look, when you click on let me bore you to sleep, it's all grouped into 50s, groups of 50s. So it's all got members only on it, so only members can sort of have access to this stuff. So click on 1 to 50. You can click on it and have a look what's on there. So there's actually 50 down to 1. So 1 to 50, let me bore you to sleep. And then it goes all the way up to 1,251 to 1,300. So you click on that, and that goes up to 1,292, which was the last recording I did, which was 4 days ago. And again, it's all members only, but it just makes it easier to do, because before I had it like a playlist and then I don't know, something you could stream and then all the playlists at the bottom. But now the playlists are literally, you can't miss them because they're on the page. So yeah, does that make sense? I don't know if it made sense to me. And you've got chronic pain hypnosis. That one is basically, because it's chronic pain, it's free. It's on there. It's just a chronic pain hypnosis podcast, and you can gain access to that. Just click on it. You haven't got to be a member to watch them or to listen to them. And then Deep Sleep Whisper, it's all members only there. you doing? Why are you hassling me, baby? Oh, how did you know this was in my pocket? You thought I was just happy to see you. Me! There you go. So yeah, I've got 1 to 50, all the way up to 501 to 550. All members only. Yep. So that's a deep sleep whisper. But also, if you know where the website is, or what I might do, if I add the Let Me Bore You to Sleep, what do you want? If I add the actual podcast on there as well, so then you can just go to the ones where you can listen for free. Yeah, that makes sense. What are you doing, Vinny? Why are you hassling me, man? Oh, you want another one? That's all there is. You're not having any more? There you go. Yeah, that makes sense, I think. And then, okay. And then you've got deep sleep whisper hypnosis. I've done those. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different things. I'll actually put the podcast on there as well, where you can just click on the one that you would normally listen to, like online. Like that playlist, I mean. So then you got Jason's bedtime story time. That's members only, so 1 to 50. So that's there. And then you've got Let Me Bore Your Pain Away. 1 to 50. Members only. Now, the benefit of the members only is there's no adverts on those ones. I mean, not everyone loves adverts. I can't stand adverts. I am a real anti-advert person. Winds me up. You know, on the boxing, right? You can pay like £24 for a fight. You know, a box office big fight. And in between the rounds, I understand they put an advert between the fights. I still don't like adverts, but if that has to be a thing, then they put adverts in between the rounds. Now, for maybe the casual boxing watcher doesn't care about what happens between the rounds. But as a boxing fan, I want to hear what the corner are saying to the fighter and what the fighter is saying to the corner. You know, that's important stuff. And it's relevant stuff. Maybe it's not important, but it's important in the context of being, you know, to really know what's going on in the fight. And I don't know. So I'm not a big fan of adverts, but there may be adverts on the normal podcasts, but on the membership ones, no adverts. Okay, so on the home page, in fact, I'm going to do this now while I speak, so you can actually. What am I doing? 218. It's all gone wrong. What's going on here now? 218. See, I've come out of this. What I was doing, should have stuck to this, because now I've come out of the page and I don't know where I am. 218. I've got itchy leg. Oh. 218. What was it before that? 1256. 1256. I do so many recordings, it's ridiculous. Seriously, I can't believe how many there are. So many. Thousands. Yeah, so 1256. To be... yeah. No. So I don't need that one, do I? So... yeah, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do what I was doing. So all I need to do is RSS, copy, stop hassling me, Vinny, please. Podcast. If I had a podcast, it just shows you how much I've been doing this, because I know how to do it. Like, quite quickly now. I know my way around this website. I mean, I've been using this website on and off for years and years and years. Yours. So if I just put home, category home, that's it, done. And now all I need to do is go to the page, which is the home page. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, we are. Here we are. Home page. Edit. Click on the thing, and it will be done so quickly. That's how easy it is. Here we go. Dun, da, 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 da. Right, done. So now the page is updated again. So when you go to the home page, all the latest recordings that are on my main website, Hypnosis for Sleeping Deeply, are on there, and you can stream them for free. Play, download, whatever, for free. Instead of the £1 a month. So yeah, so it's just free. But all the archive stuff, I mean, I'm going to keep this on, probably backdate it until the beginning of the year for this, and maybe let it go for 2 months or 3 months, and then you know, just continue to move the stuff off. But for now, this goes all the way up to, there's a lot of recordings on there. So many. I would argue that I don't think I could live long enough to listen to all of these recordings, especially the 10-hour ones as well. Blimey, there's a lot. Okie doke. Okie dokie dookie. Okie dokie dookie dookie. What is it still going on? January 22nd. It's a lot. So I'm not going to put anything else on the first page, just that. And I suppose I could do a different page just for the I don't know. It's hard just to know where to go, because with a podcast, let's say I got Let Me Bore You to Sleep, I can put the other podcast on there as well, so where you can just listen to the free ones that are available. So I'll do that as well then. Okay, let's go back here. Let Me Bore You to Sleep. So I'm trying to make it all kind of so it fits, easy to maneuver, easy to navigate, but it's one of those weird things, not weird things, it's one of those things we all think differently, don't we? So something that might seem simple to me or obvious to me might seem strange to someone else, and the same, you know, vice versa. vice versa. That's a big word for you, Jason. Oh, stop being rude. So let's have a look at this. Let me bore you to sleep. Okay. If I put free in brackets, then free, should I free, that'll do it, won't it? Free, I think. And categories, let me bore you to sleep. Okay. And that'll do. Which means it should now be updated. So if I click that to refresh, it's now on there. So put in brackets free, let me bore you to sleep. So you can click on there on the website. So you just go to let me bore you to sleep, and then the last podcast on the list is free, let me bore you to sleep. And you've got all the latest recordings on the let me bore you to sleep. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. But they will have they might have adverts. So if you want to listen without adverts, you can go for the become a member, and that link is actually also on the website. It's in the index or in the menu, become a member, and also it's on most of the other pages as well. So membership. It says £10 yearly. So at the top there's a monthly and a yearly box. You can click on each one. So yearly's £10, saves you £2. That's nearly a packet of biscuits. Or monthly, £1. And it just says here, join as a member to gain access to all of Jason Newland's archived recordings. I don't know, I see it's weird to put my name like that. I want to say all of mine, but I guess, I don't know. There are thousands available from 2007 to the present day. The most recent recordings are free to stream and download. So that's all true, and it says these are the tick marks. All archived recordings and no ads. No ads. So you can choose if you want to go for the £1 a month, or the £10 for a year. A whole year. Yeah. How much does that work out a day? Let me work it out. I don't know. I'm very excited though. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. Let's do it in. We could do it in currency as well, because that's groovy. Consent. What is this? I'll tell you something. Something's going on with the old mobile phones. This is now trying to get me to take a loan. I don't want a loan. Go away. I'm not eligible for a loan. Right. So if I go to US, oh blimey. Okay, right. So let's have a look. £1. So £1 a month. Okay. £1 a month is $1.26 a month. Times by 12 equals £12 a month, or $15.11, based on today's rate of whatever. Now, if you did it, so if you paid £10 and divided that, if you if you did it, so £1 a month divided by No, I'm not getting this right. So 12. If you do it, okay, if you do it £1 a month, and divide that by 365. No. So that'd be £12 a year. So divide that by 365. It's £4,380 a day. I don't think I added that one up right, did I? So £12 divided by 12 equals, that's £1. We already knew that, didn't we? $1.26. So if it's 12, if it's, let's say £10, let's say £10 a year, divide that by 12 equals 83 pence a month if you're in the UK, or $1.05 a month if you're in the US. Now I do realise it could change in, obviously different locations, but it would take me forever to go through all the different currencies. So what else? We have, so if I go back to, oh no, 10 divided by 12, so it's 83 pence and $1.05. Divide that, and that's per month. Is that a day? No, it's a month. Okay, so what we'll do now, £10 or $12.60 divided by 365. So it is 0.027. So it's hard to work out, to be honest. I mean, £1 divided by 30, or less, yeah, it's 2.7 pence or something, 3.4 cents a day, 3 cents a day, two pennies a day. I think it works out in the UK. Let's see if that works out as a 2 times by 30. What are we doing? 0.2 times by 30, which would be, that would be £6 a month. That's not right, is it? 0.20 times 20 pence. No, it's 2 pence, isn't it? Okay, 0.02. Okay, right. Times by 30 is times by 12. So you're looking like 2 or 3 pence, 2 pence or whatever a day. So yeah, it's quite difficult to work out. 10 for the year, blimey, £10 divided by 365 equals times by 365. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, 2 pence a day. I'm trying to think, it's 2 pence a day, 30, 60 pence, 2.5 pence, 67. Yeah, because it's about 80 pence So it's, yeah, that's what it works out. So anyway, membership, that's there. So in the homepage, you've got all the latest recordings. Still, it's free to listen on the website. It's also free on the podcast as well. The normal podcasts stay the same. They've not changed. The only podcasts that have changed, see, Deep Sleep Whisper still free to listen to, Chronic Pain podcast, Hypnosis for Sleeping Deeply, Jason's Bedtime Story Time, Bore Your Pain Away, Let Me Bore You to Sleep. They're all just the same as before, just available to listen on the podcasts. It's just I've now got but they've got adverts on those ones, but all the other stuff is now, Relax and Sleep Hypnosis Daily, Relaxation for Stress and Panic Attacks, Sleepy Boring Objects. Didn't I already did that one? That's weird. Why is that? No, did I? Oh no, yeah. So the 1 to 50, that's members only. So that's what it is. So you've got. So I've still got a lot more to do. A lot more to do. Oh yes. But it's. I think it's coming. It's coming. Okay. I think. I need to get my eyes tested. Oops, did you hear that? That's a chair. I think I might also put some of my videos on here, on the premium, on the website. Some of the old stuff that perhaps people don't really want to watch, apart from those that do want to watch them. I don't know, does that make any sense? It doesn't, does it? You've got all the treats. I've got no more treats, Vinny. I've got one of these if you want it. You want it? Yesterday he didn't eat any food, hardly. And I didn't know what was wrong with him, because he wasn't whining, but he was definitely not himself. And he done one poo in the morning. And then later on in the afternoon, he did another one. And as soon as he'd done that one, he suddenly had loads of beans. Like he was full of energy, wanting to run around and that. And got home and had some food. And so I think he just had a poorly tummy. Did you? Eh? He's moody though sometimes. And I don't know how much of that is because of me. And that worries me a little bit, because I don't want to. Meow, meow. You're like a kitten. Meow, meow. You know you're a dog, not a cat. Did you know that? I know you're cat-sized. He looked at me like, "Stop talking now." Okay, sorry, Vinny. So Michelle asked, I just became a member of your website. Thank you for joining. What's the easiest way to find older boys to sleep? So I would say the answer to that is go to the website, click on podcasts, and then just click on Let Me Bore You to Sleep. And all the podcasts are in. There's literally 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Vinny, you're putting me off my counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18, 21. So there's 21 different podcasts. So members only, 1 to 50, then 50 to 100, and 101 to 150, 151 to 200, 201 to 250. Members only, of course, so 251 to 300, 301 to 350, 351 to 400, 401 to 450, 451 to 500, 501 to 550, 551 to 600. It sounds like one of those, you know, the one, what are they called, that are trying to sell things and they had the gavel, like, it was only 601 to 650, 651 to 700, 701 to 750, anyone, any higher? Oh, 751 to 800. Anyone else? Anyone else for anything else? 801 to 850, 851 to 900. Okay. Man with air with a pigeon, 901, 950. Sorry, it's a wig. 951 to 1000. Anyone for 951 to 1000? Okay, that's good. 1001 to 150. 1001 rather to 1050. Come on, any takers? Oh, the little Jack Russell. He's, or is he just begging for something? 151, 1051 to 1100, 1101 to 1150, 1151 to 1200, and the last two members only, 1201 to 1250, and then 1251 to 1300. So that latest one goes up to 1292. So that will be another one added today. But on that same page, you've got all of three, the latest recordings on there for Let Me Bore You to Sleep. I hope that makes sense. And it's got next to it free. Do it make sense? All I can hope is it do. If it don't, it don't. But I think it do. I hope it do. I really do hope. In fact, I've got an actual image I can add to that so that you can see, because it's the latest for free. So click on this. Latest downloads, latest free access. Vinny, come on mate, store pet. Latest. Oh, that was latest. Latest. Maybe I haven't got a latest one for that. Latest. I'll search, it'd be easier. Latest. Let Me Bore You to Sleep. Got it. Yep. So that's now saved. So there's an image on there, so you can see that it says latest on there. Free. Latest. Okay, cool. So what I'll do is I'll do that with some of the others as well. I won't do it right now. No. Because, you know, I've been struggling to... Some of the apps on my phone are not working. And I need to renew my prescription. I've got 10 days left, so it's fine. But I like to try and do it while I remember. Because if I forget... you know what I mean? So I try to get it done, because if I've there's a cut, yeah, I don't want to run out. I didn't want to run out. No. What other questions have I got? Ing. So I hope I answered the questions. Thank you for those that have joined. I mean, I've not promoted it at all, other than just having it on the website. I've not sort of put any effort in other than just to build the website. I do have 4 members, so Hilary, Cindy, Aska and Michelle, so thank you for joining. That was 2 joined, 1 joined 26th, 20, then 27th, then 2 on the 27th and 1 on the 28th, which is today. So, you know, I'm still going to make the recordings free when I first do them, and they're going to be online, available for you to play and all that stuff, stream. It's just after, I don't know, I'm not sure what the cut-off point is, probably 3 months, I will then put them into the archives. 2 or 3 months, I've not decided yet. And also, you know what, if there's a particular recording and you need it but you can't afford the money, whatever, just let me know and I'll get the recording to you. Okay, so you know, it's fine. You know, I make fun of it being so cheap, but you know what, there's been times in my life when I've had nothing. I remember I went to the bank and I think I had 12 pence in the bank. So yeah, I know what that's like. So don't let this stop you listen to any of my recordings, because if there's something you want to listen to, then I can get it to you. I send it to you by WhatsApp or whatever, or however you want to do it. Okay, so just, you know, does that make sense? Is that fair? Yeah, I think it's lovely. I think that's wonderful of me. That's wonderful. And to be fair, this is just, it's still free. Blimey, all the stuff's still free. I'm still going to be free. 3 months worth of free stuff. And so there's plenty of opportunities for you to download what you like. It's free to download. You can stream it or download it. So, you know, it's up to you what you do. Yeah. Basically, all you're doing, if you do sign up, it's just supporting me and helping towards covering the costs of running this service, which comes to hundreds of pounds a month. So yeah, I'm not going to be making any money anytime soon. I hope that, and I think I'd need probably, to earn a living, I'd need probably 2,000 to 3,000 people signing up for me to actually earn a living out of doing this. So yeah, I mean, I'm thinking worst case scenario, this could be my pension, you know. So when I retire in 14 years, 14 and a half years, 14 years, and let's work it out. I think I can retire at 69. Maybe it's 68, so maybe it's 13 years. And then I can, you know, if I can have some money coming in on top of the what's it, you know, the pension or whatever. But who knows? I mean, websites might not even exist then. I don't know. So Ing asks, hope I'm not too late for this week. No, you're fine. Some regions in Germany are currently celebrating Carnival. Many people dress up. Do they do that in England too? Did you like dressing up as a child? Which costume did you like? I'm pretty sure I had a Spider-Man costume. I don't know why, I just got this memory of having a Spider-Man costume when I was like 8 or 9. Did I like, do we have anything where you dress up? The only occasions in this country that I can think of where we dress up would be, the main one would be Halloween. So, like kids dressing up as, you know, whatever, Halloween, the same as in... Really? What do you want then? I mean, clearly you want my attention, but what do you want? Because I gave you one of those treats, you didn't want it. I got this bone here, you don't want this because I gave you a bone and you weren't eating it. Did you want that? You can have it if you want. Whoops, whoops. Give me, give me here. Give me. No. No. Give me. No, don't. Give me back. So if I do that, he runs off, because if he thinks I want it, then he wants it more. Or always. Sometimes if he won't eat his dinner, I'll pretend to eat it, and he really wants it then. Didn't work yesterday, but he obviously had a bit of a iffy tum-tum. So Halloween, I don't remember if I ever dressed up for Halloween or even went trick-or-treating. I don't recall ever doing that. I might have done, but I don't know if we ever did, or if I ever did. I really don't remember. Other times dressing up, maybe we don't have, I mean, from what you say, Ing, like carnival, we do have carnival, so yeah, we don't have like I would say an annual carnival, apart from maybe New Year's Eve. Some people dress up and stuff on New Year's Eve, I guess, or Halloween. Like adults perhaps will go out dressed up for parties Halloween night. The other thing would be maybe what's his name? The Irish celebration, St. Patrick's Day. So that would be something that even non-Irish people sometimes celebrate that. I mean, I'm 48% Irish. I am. So I'm 48% Irish in my DNA. I don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Perhaps I should start. But some people go out and they dress all in green and dress like not a tortoise, not a porcupine, not a leopard. What do they call it? What's those little creatures with pots of gold and stuff? Leprechauns. So I think non-Irish people might dress as leprechauns. I'm just assuming here, but I don't imagine that Irish people would dress as leprechauns, not on purpose, because it's kind of making fun of Irish people, isn't it, a little bit? So I'm guessing they wouldn't. And you know, if you do dress as a leprechaun, stop making fun of my people. 48% Irish. So the majority of my DNA is Irish. So I reckon if it's only 48%, no, but the other bit is made up of different ones as well. See, someone in the garden. Vinny's going to start barking in a minute. You better not bark, Vin. You better not bark. So outside of that, stag nights and hen nights, we dress up, while people do have a tendency of dressing up for. So if you don't know what they are, stag night it's the same thing. A hag night, not hag night. Hen night and a stag night is sometimes a day or a couple of days before a wedding. So it'd be the bride and the groom. Stag nights for the groom, and hen nights for the bride. And then you've got so that'd be a dressing up thing. Sometimes there's like discos, which would be like a 70s disco, or these bars that kind of really you know, so you might see that around different towns. People will sort of dress up maybe in the 80s and have big hair, and you know, and you know, spandex costumes and things like that. Another thing that people dress up for in this country, and would be potentially shows, like in costumes. I think things like Grease or Hairspray or Rocky Horror Picture Show, is it? Yeah, those kind of ones where people dress up as the characters. What's the other one? What's that one with the flower? I love that film. The one with the flower. Eat me, eat me. That one. Great show, great film. So that's another one. I think people also dress up in fancy dress when they go to watch tennis as well, I think, because you see them go in there and they've got their carrying around strawberries and stuff and champagne. I mean, I guess that's not really a costume, but there is another thing where people dress up for as well. I think it's Ascot. Is it Ascot or is it a Henley Regatta? It's one of these things where people wear massive hats, like really, really big hats. And you should see what the women wear. I mean, it's extravagant. It's really amazing. And so that's another thing that people dress up for here. But as far as carnivals go, we do have festivals here. Have a lot of festivals in the UK, lots and lots and lots. So I've been to a festival and everyone seemed to be dressed up as dirty people living in tents, and I was one of them. So yeah, you get people dressing up and stuff like that. But the festivals, yeah, so you got that. But then you've got the carnivals like the Notting Hill Carnival, which is one of the most famous carnivals in the country. A lot of costumes in there as well. A lot of sort of African themed stuff going on. So it's very glamorous. I don't think I've ever been myself. I might have like walked past there once when I was in London, but I've seen it a lot on TV over the years, and it's very colourful, very like big costumes and, you know, things like that. So there's that. Where I used to live, we used to have a carnival, and the procession, which is kind of what I'm thinking about with the Notting Hill Carnival, we had a procession that used to go through the town when I was a kid. Now, I don't know if that's the same for every single town in the country. They have a carnival that goes, you know, a procession goes through the town, all these different floats. Some of them advertise in businesses, some of them run by charities, some of them are like, you know, clubs and stuff that are in the town. I don't know if all towns do that, but where I lived we did that, and the procession ended up in the big park in town, and there was like a big carnival event there, rides, and, you know, you win goldfish by chucking stuff at stuff. And there was a firework display. So the visitors didn't necessarily dress up, but the carnival people did. The people that were actually on the floats on the procession. And I was on the carnival, I think 4 times, I think, or was it 3 times, maybe more. I definitely did it twice, at when I was in the Sea Cadets. I think once I was on in the band, maybe twice in the band. I was in the Sea Cadets for 2 or 3 years, or maybe it was 2 years. But I was in the band playing either the drums or the bugle or the glockenspiel. Those are the 3 instruments that I played at different times. And when someone died, I remember my dad saying to me, okay, the bugle I understand, drums I understand, but why are you playing an instrument you can't even pronounce? Like glockenspiel. I struggled with that word for a while. Would you play a glockenspiel? They laughed at me, like, come on, just, I'm only 12. So I remember once I was on the actual carnival float itself. It was basically the back of a lorry, really, collecting money in a bucket. Or was it sweets? Actually back then sweets are more important than money. Chocolate, anything like that. Money had no meaning. Sweets, they had meaning to me. Ice creams, things like, that's what life was about back then for me. It hasn't changed much. I'm not sure whether or not I did a float when I was in the karate club, because if they had a float, then I would have been in it. I would have been on it. I would have been involved. Oh yes, because I might have even been involved with one that was part of the school. I don't remember. I can't remember. My dad was involved because he was part of a company that made caravans. So called Cavaliers, I think they were. It's weird that I remember that. So he was on a float and he was dressed up as a cavalier, which are basically a bit like what are those called? The musketeers. So they were all dressed up pretty much, looked like musketeers. So I might have helped out on that. Might have just stood there like, but I don't know. I can't ever have a memory of just watching him go past. It's a little bit vague. It's a long time ago. But it was, I remember I was on the float at least. I was on a float at least once. I might have just helped out on another float for something else. So I'd rather be involved than be an observer. I just find that more interesting. So I think, when I went to the comedy club, I'd rather be helping out in a little way. Not like working or anything, just helping out. So if they needed glasses collected or they needed help with something, just give them a hand. And then I could kind of stand at the back of the room, watch the show, instead of just sitting there kind of stationary. If I was on my own, I've just preferred that, just to be part in the background a little bit, but part of it. That's always kind of my mentality back then, is I'd rather be doing something than just being an audience member. Not necessarily being the centre of attention, which I definitely wasn't when I was on the float, because I don't think anyone probably even noticed I was there. It's one of those situations where the only people that were only noticed by your family, probably, or maybe your friends, and there's so many people there. Not on the float, that is. A few people were laughing at me when I was attempting to play the drums or whatever I was doing. Although I still know the tune with the drums, like do 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 do. That sounded really rubbish, doesn't it? Okay, I'll do it again. Do 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 I remember the trumpet was do 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 do. Do 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 do. So I used to like listening to those last phrase do do, because that was the end of the night at the Sea Cadets. I mean, it meant we could go home. And you know what? So there was a big hall, the Sea Cadets Hall. They also had the Army Cadets upstairs. So they shared the building, basically. And you know what? I'm thinking, those poor people that lived close to that hall, every Tuesday and Thursday night, or was it Friday night? Wednesday and Friday? Might be a Wednesday and Friday. For some reason I seem to think it was a Friday. Maybe it was a Monday and a Friday, or a Wednesday and a Friday. I definitely believe it was a Friday night. I don't know why. But I reckon they must have, like, the neighbours hearing. I don't know. Much just like hearing those bugles and hearing the drums and all the people like marching and the shouting and all that stuff. I remember when I left the Sea Cadets for good, I thought, no, that's it. I had to wait until I had to pick my right moment, because I wasn't allowed to leave, but then I managed to do it, because I didn't like it. I didn't like it to start with, really, but I liked part of it, but I've never been a big lover of being shouted at. Shouted at. No, not really my thing. Not really my thing. Yeah, not really. No. Not really. Not no. So it used to annoy me a little bit. So I just, I remember that night, because I was at home. I think it was the last Friday, and then on the Saturday afternoon, I think it was, there was a knock on the door, and there was all these flowers, like a big, massive bouquet of flowers, and there was chocolates and honestly loads of stuff, all like being brought in from the delivery person in a van or whatever. And I'm thinking nothing of it. I thought, okay, it must be Valentine's Day or something, or Mother's Day or Father's Day. I don't know. I never really cared about that. If it didn't involve me, I didn't really care, Like, it's Mother's Day today. Okay. Do I get anything? No. Why are you telling me then? If you get presents, right? Okay. Do I get a present? No. But again, why are we still talking about it? Tell me about an event where I get presents. Because I'm not like that now. So then, so all these flowers and chocolates and stuff, doves in a box, which I thought, oh, that's a bit weird, not much of a gift, is it? Doves in a box. Now apparently you're supposed to just let them go. They didn't say anything about not supposed to leave them in the box and put them in a cupboard. Leave them in the box. And so I just didn't take any notice of this. You know, I think I was doing a word search puzzle thing. You know, word searches. I like them. And I probably had my slippers on, so I didn't really want to get involved. I've always been this kind of person that if I've got my slippers on, I'm out. I've tapped out. That's me tapping out. I've got my slippers on. Don't have an emergency when I've got my slippers on. That's what I'm saying. When there was a break-in downstairs, and you know, the neighbours saying, "Oh, the police are coming round. Can you go and speak to the police?" I said, "No, I've got my slippers on." So, have I got this? Oh, I have to explain this to everyone. When I have my slippers on, don't get me involved. And she said, "That's why you've got that written on your front door." I said, "Yeah." I never understood it. We didn't ask. Oh, okay. What's the other bit? The other notice bit? What does that mean? I said, "Which one?" He said, "Only enter when you're naked." I said it was a joke. She said, "Oh, okay." No wonder you don't get any visitors. I don't want visitors. Yeah. What am I talking about? Yeah, so dressing up. So I think we do have carnivals, but I'm not sure if I've ever seen the carnival in this town. I've lived here since 2007. So 18 years nearly. Blimey, in November it'll be 18 years I've lived in this area. Lived in this particular area for 10 years. But I don't know. I didn't know. I can't think of anything else where they'd be dressing up. Fancy dress parties, of course. That's an obvious one, I suppose. But as far as carnivals go, Notting Hill Carnival is the only one that I know of that's like, I mean, that's worldwide. That's not just UK wide, that's worldwide. People come from around the world to go to Notting Hill Carnival. It's a big, big, big deal. There might also be other ones as well around the country I just don't know about. In fact, I'm going to search UK's biggest carnivals. I know Notting Hill is going to come at the top. No, it's not. No, they get muddled up between carnivals and festivals. Edinburgh Fringe Festival. But it's not a carnival, is it? Glastonbury Festival. So these are festivals. Notting Hill is a carnival. Brighton Pride Festival. Great British Beer Festival. Edinburgh International Festival. Manchester Pride Festival. Reading and Leeds Festival. Notting Hill Carnival. So I specifically put in carnival. Hackney One Carnival. Oh, look. The top 3 UK carnivals to attend. Let's have a look at this then. Notting Hill Carnival, of course. It's been around since 1966. Takes place on the streets of Notting Hill in the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea over the course of the last weekend of August. Consists of 2 days. Hackney One Carnival. So this one, it's a carnival, it's smaller scale to Notting Hill Carnival according to this. This is on society19.com. Then there's Manchester Carnival. This carnival is smaller than Notting Hill carnival, but bigger than the Hackney One carnival. The energy is great, and it truly is a celebration of culture, music, and great costumes. This one is one that you should attend if you want to go big, but not too big. It is great fun for everyone of all ages. Oh, so yeah, I'm guessing top 10 carnivals in England. Let's have a look. Manchester Caribbean Carnival, Liverpool International Carnival, Leeds West Indian Carnival, Bristol Harbour Festival. So I'm going to leave festivals out. I'm just going to go for carnivals. I don't think it's the same thing. Maybe it is. Luton International Carnival, Reading Carnival, Birmingham International Carnival, Southampton Mela Festival. Mela, what does that stand for? It's an annual event that celebrates the diversity of Southampton's communities. It features a range of performances, food and drink stalls, and carnival-style activities. And then you've got Derby Caribbean Carnival. Okay, cool. So you got... So these are kind of like annual events. So cool, yeah. So there are. I guess because I bet you if you go to Newcastle or if you go to Nottingham or probably there's definitely a carnival in Ipswich. There'd be one in Norwich. I'm sure they've got carnivals in Southend and Billericay probably, and in the middle of the country, and probably everywhere there's carnivals. But yeah, so I don't know. Some regions in Germany are currently celebrating carnival. Many people dress up. I think a lot of the dressing up for us, though, in this country is people on the processions rather than the audience. But actually, that might not be right. I'm not the biggest going out person in the world. And being around a huge crowd like that is... yeah, it's not really my thing. I would probably... I remember the last time I was in any kind of big situation, like really big crowds, was by accident. And we've got this cenotaph thing in the town centre, remembrance. I think it's like a war remembrance statue thing. And on one side there was a big crowd, on another side there was a big crowd, and they were being separated by police. So I'm just walking up one end of the street. That's all it is. And I'm kind of just standing there wondering what's happening. I didn't know if it was... I genuinely didn't know what it was all about. And there was probably 100, maybe let's say 200 people on each side. It wasn't like a big crowd, but it was maybe 150 on each side, 200. But there was, I'd say, probably about 30 police, 40 police, loads of police vans and stuff. So I'm just chatting. And one side was just outside this pub, and it was the entrance to the park. And the police weren't restricting the public. You could walk into the park. It was just that line, the barrier between the two groups. So I start chatting, like having a laugh with this bloke, and I didn't ask him what it was about. I didn't really care, to be honest. I was just, I don't know, just enjoying the day. It was a nice sunny day, and that was it. And then the bloke next to me started waving at the other people, and so did the other people started waving, like on my side, waving at the other group, because the other group were being a bit aggressive, shouting names at them, like. And I thought, it took me a little while before I realised that the people on my side weren't actually waving. They were doing a certain salute that's not very popular these days. And the other side was shouting Nazi scum, Nazi scum at my side. Now, I didn't realise, it still took a while for it to click. Like, why is everyone... I thought maybe I was in some kind of church thing, because they sometimes put their hands up, don't they, to the sky and stuff. So I thought, oh, maybe it's a religious thing. And then I started noticing the signs that the other side were holding up. And then I started to notice some of the things that the people on my side were shouting out. And I thought, ooh, okay. And if I'm honest with you, I equally didn't really want to be on the other side either, because they didn't seem very pleasant, to be honest. So I was like, a bit too much, too many angry people for me. I think I'm going to get myself a burger. So that's what I did. I made my excuses and left. I said, take care. He said, I can't shake your hand. I'm using it at the moment. I said, yeah, I know. I see you're waving. He said, I'm not waving. I said, I know, but I'm going to pretend you are waving so I can still think of you as a human. He said, okay, fair enough. See you, mate. I said, yeah, see you later at home. Bye. See you, Dad. And it was it was weird, really. And I thought, how many people in the other group or around saw me standing there that to this day see me in town thinking, Nazi, Nazi, like, which, imagine someone shouting it out like, Nazi, out the window as I'm walking past, like, I'll be thinking to myself, how do they know? How do they know? No. Weird though, it was very strange. Very strange to be, technically on the wrong side, but I wouldn't want to be on either side. I'm not into all that kind of, that stuff. No, not really for me. I'd rather be at home in my slippers. I don't like to be bothered when I got my slippers on. I think I've answered your question, Ing. I might not have answered it completely how you would have it envisioned, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Just all's good. Yeah, we do have dress up, but we don't, outside of Halloween as an annual dress up day. I'd say Halloween, St. Patrick's Day for some people, but there's a lot of people that aren't 48% Irish like me that celebrate it, but I've never celebrated St. Patrick's Day. And then you've got I remember Mother's Day. That used to be like my stepmom. She didn't so much dress up, but she used to not get dressed and just laze around and expect us all to do everything on that day. She's like just basically dressed up as a lazy parent. all day long. So, okay, you sit in your dressing gown, I'll make you breakfast, yeah? You want another cup of tea, dear? Yeah, okay. I'm the kid, you know, you're supposed to be making me tea and me breakfast. I didn't think that at all. Funny enough, no one ever wanted me to cook for them. I actually did a romantic. Oh, wow, I just remembered this. This is like years and years ago. I think it's the first time I ever cooked anyone breakfast. Like a proper cooked breakfast. Sausages, beans, I don't know what else there was. Eggs, you know, whatever. And she didn't eat any of them. Didn't eat it. It's like, it was like oh, she's like starting having the celiacs or something. Like, yeah, but I made it for you. I just cooked. I spent the last hour cooking it for you. He said, yeah, but I got celiacs. I can't eat that stuff because it makes me ill. I'll just have a couple of eggs. Go on, have some chips. Have some, just a fry up. Come on. And I don't know. It just, I'm sure you agree with me. It's very inconsiderate. Oh dear. That's a true story. Part of it was true. The true bit, I did make her a breakfast and she didn't eat it. But yeah, I can't really blame her for not eating it. I'm not sure. I think this one I had Andre because he had some because he loved eggs. Oh, Andre loved his eggs. So that's it, really. I think it does kind of feel like ages since I made a recording, and it's only been a couple of days, but it feels longer. I mean, I'm not sure if I know how to do them anymore. How do I do this? What do I normally? I normally say goodbye at some point, don't I? Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go. So thank you for listening. Remember to be kind to yourself because you do deserve to be happy. Be gentle with yourself. And maybe do something nice for yourself, you know. We've got the weekend coming up. Give yourself a treat. Give yourself a nice, whatever it is, maybe a long bath or eat something that you haven't eaten for a while that you really enjoy, or watch a movie, whatever, something that makes you feel good. That's just a suggestion. Lots of love. Bye.